We are here today to make our position known over the rate of insecurity across Yoruba land. We have observed with nostalgia that some hoodlums masquerading as herdsmen are daily and on daily basis harassing innocent people in Yoruba land. They go to their farms, they destroy their farmlands, they go to their homes, they invade them. Last week, Restoration Chapel in Ado-Ekiti, Adebayo area of Ado-Ekiti was invaded. In the last 2 weeks, more than 10 people have either been killed, kidnapped, or attacked. One certain Taiwo Davis from Ilogbo-Ekiti, in those local government area of Ekiti State, was arrested along Iwaraja, Ilesha, Efunalaye Road. He was shot in the leg. He had to pay himself with 1.5 million naira. I'm talking about someone from my village. So and from reports we are getting from Okeogun in the area of Oyo State, Kwara people in Ilorin, the Okunland people in Kogi, Ondo, even the governor of Ondo State, I'm sure you are aware of the story, when he said he narrowly escaped being kidnapped along Akure-Ibadan Road. So this thing is now a gargantuan issue that we need to address. So we call for declare today, we at Yoruba are declared today as the National Day of Protest across Yoruba land. But it's quite unfortunate that our men are being clamped down by DSS officers. As I speak to you, Mr. Timothy Odedina and Biodun Ojefeso, our coordinators in the DSS custody in Abeokuta. Dr. Tunde Amsat, our coordinator in Oyo, who bailed himself who paid 3 million naira ransom to herdsmen last year in Waraja, Osun State, is in DSS custody. He's coordinating this rally in Oyo State. Also, this rally is only taking place in Osun and Lagos State. Other states, I mean, we are being clamped down in other states. Let me tell you, in Ondo State, in Akure, Ondo State capital, our musical instruments, our coordinator, Mr. Tayo Alariwo, is currently in DSS custody. All our musical instruments, everything we want to, our logistics, everything we want to use for this rally in Ondo State, Akure, have been packed up. Our flyers, our banner. Same report from Ado-Ekiti. The state government said we should not hold rally. The DSS, the police, said we should not hold rally. And we wonder why. This is not a political event. This is to appeal to security agencies, the police, the DSS, civil defense, everyone, to be responsible to the plight of a common man. This is to appeal to the government of Ekiti, Ondo, Osun, Edo, and all Yoruba speaking states to take the security of lives and property more serious. Not political. We are not here, contrary to the insinuation we spread around, we are not here to declare Oduduwa Republic. It's a fallacy. We are here to say enough is enough. Otoge.
Dr. Kunle Amzat, who was attacked by whatever they call it for 7 days and had to pay over 5 million naira ransom, is in custody of DSS as I speak to you. If another lady, Ronke, whose husband was killed, was actually sprayed with bullets, is in detention as I speak to you, there's a need for us to ensure that logistics is very okay and security is okay for us to proceed in Lagos. So we've been very cautious because we don't want to be looked at as miscreants or as people who do not have things to do. We're all very responsible people, and responsible people are sitting. It's time for government to sit down and dialogue with the people, not dialoguing with itself. And that is a problem we're having in this nation. The government is not speaking to the people cannot speak to government because people will not allow it. As I speak to you again, I can tell you authoritatively that in Ekiti, our boys have been scampered. In Ondo, same thing. And everybody is under a falsehood impression. I don't know who gave them this impression that a Yoruba Republic is going to be announced today. We are here to discuss safety and security. And we are particularly interested in all these cities that have witnessed kidnapping, robbery, and arson. we are concerned. I have my job, but in the last 4 years, this is what I've been doing. And I can tell you the difference between a herdsman and a hoodlum. I can tell you the difference between a Fulani herdsman and a Fulani hoodlum. And if people, hoodlums, can masquerade with the white Fulani cattle breed and perpetrate criminality in our society, it's not tenable. So we've been in a whole lot of logistics movements seeking clearance, and I want to say kudos to Lagos State government. I want to say kudos to the security organization in Lagos. They've been very matured. They've been very, very professional in the way they're handling this matter. The other states that DSS are not police. It's DSS that is arresting people. If police is a function, you can interrogate them, but locking somebody up for 3 days because he wants to discuss security of a nation, it's not fair. So when are we going to be heard? When are people going to listen to us? And this is for government. The time is up. You've had your share. You've had your largesse. The people are coming out to ask you, what are you doing with our money? If a governor has security vote and cannot secure between Lagos, Ibadan Express Road and cannot secure Ile-Ife, Akure, all these roads in the Yoruba land, then there's something wrong. And because in the past we have not been asking questions, does that mean we have to keep quiet for the rest of our lives? Who ordered the arrest of the boys in Abeokuta? Who ordered the arrest of Hamzat in Ibadan? There are more mischief makers in Yoruba land than mischief makers and glory seekers. There are more mischief makers and glory seekers in Yoruba land than people who actually want to work for Yoruba land. Mm-hmm. So the people who speak for Yoruba land do not speak for Yoruba land, but speak for themselves. And the people who want to speak for Yoruba land are here. It's not me. I'm not just not it. The people who will speak for themselves are watching you at home, are listening wherever they are, and they know that it is time. It is time for us to go to the next level. What is the next level we want to get to? The level of safety and security.
It's imperative that the Yoruba have to Ronu, as Abat Ogunde opined some years ago. We have been in this contraption for so long, and it seems that the things we witness on a daily basis is a thing that intends to endanger the future generation of Yoruba people. And we are facing it now. And if you could take cognizance of the reality that for so long, the Yoruba leadership have taken it upon itself to clamor for a structure, a realistic structure that will address the imbalances and the contradictions in the Nigerian political amalgam. But you and I know, you are in the media, you will have seen series of articles and reports that have continued to indicate the level of degeneration of the Nigerian concept. And we have our leaders at our own hand, at various conferences, at various seminars, home and abroad. We have continued to advocate that we needed a structure that can protect every ethnic nationalities within the context of their own territoriality. But the power that be and a particular section of the country refused to say no, that Nigeria must remain the way it is. And that is why, for so long, we have not resorted to any means of violence. If there's any regions in Nigeria today that is relatively peaceful, it is Yoruba nation. Because it is in our culture, it is our nature. We practice the concept of Omoluabi, Alajobi, Alajoni, Alajoshe. But the Nigerian superstructure is eroding all these indigenous characteristics of the Yoruba people. And we are saying that one of the things we will not take anymore is that you have taken our economic life away. You have taken our political independence away. You have taken our socio-cultural ingenuity away. Now you want to take our humanity away by posting a threat to our own existence that is connected to our land and our means of sustenance, which is our farms. It is very, very obnoxious. It is unacceptable. And we are sending a very loud voice from this rally that we will not take this anymore. We are not violent people. We believe in the concept of communalism. We believe in the concept of humanity. But we have gone into a crescendo when we have been forced to a corner. And we can't take it anymore. This is not politics. This is reality. It's the future of a people. Now, want to ask you, since the annulment of June 12, when we felt that what was inherited in post-Civil War era in 1970, to the time the military hold sway for so long, and our brother, our father, a man who is magnanimous enough to spread his goodwill along North and South divide, how was he treated? Now you are giving us June 12 as a small screen, while your 10,000 of your men from Mali and Niger and other sub-Saharan Africa from the Sahel are with sophisticated weapons in our forest, tormenting the life of our own people. And you are giving me June 12 as a national holiday. What is the symbolism of June 12 when my own life as a Yoruba man and none of my people is threatened? And that is the reason why we are saying it loud and clear. And we are telling the international community that they should take it and note it. Odua Republic is inevitable.
Today, because of the calls from Yoruba land, all our people in Yoruba land, on the need for safety and security. And the narratives as it is being changed slowly by those who feel concerned that the exposition is getting real. We are not talking about fiction here. We're talking about facts. We're talking about figures. We're talking about individuals that have been arrested, we've been kidnapped. We're talking about individuals that have been victims. We're talking about sites and locations that are available for everybody to see if they will follow us there. So we're here to discuss all that and also inform government on what they can do and what they should do to enhance security. June 12 was a day, not Yoruba people, but Nigerians per se, decided to fight, demonstrate their love for democracy. And it's a good thing that the day is being honored now and it's been zeroed down to a day of worthy of national celebration.
This Otoge rally is to reinforce the point that we feel very aggrieved that mostly in our hinterlands, especially Osun and the Ekiti states, it has, and even in Upper Ogun, that is in Oyo State, it has become very difficult for our farmers to till their land. Well, interesting thing is they will allow them to till the land, they will grow. When it comes to harvesting, these people will bring their white cattle and eat up everything. Naturally, our people will protest. They resort to beating them and, in many cases, killing them, raping their wives, taking away their livelihoods. Quite a number of villages have been ransacked, and the indigents driven from the villages, and these people take over these villages. Just a few years back, I'm sure the average Nigerian will remember that we used to have cattle rearers bringing in their cattle to graze, but they always carried sticks and machetes, not AK-47. Why should somebody rearing cattle be allowed to arm himself with AK-47 rifles? There must be an ulterior motive. That is why we're here. We want to call the attention of federal government to stop this and now. I'm sure they will not be happy if people resort to self-help. You know what I mean? If any human being, even an animal, is pushed to the wall, it will turn around and fight. We are trying to avoid that kind of situation. That is why we're here. We want to draw the attention. Well, of course, I'm sure they all know, but we want to reinforce it. They have to send the security people into the bushes. Arrest these perpetrators of this evil. It has to stop. June 12 is very important to Yoruba people because quite a number of us fought for the democracy we are now enjoying in this country. Yes, virtually every area of the country fought for this thing because it was, by all means and by all standards, the best, the fairest election we ever held in this country. All those who are old enough, who participated in the elections, will testify to it. It was a very transparent electoral process. So we are holding dear to it. We are holding dear to that memory, and we will keep reinforcing it. We want a situation where we will have such transparent elections all over again and to remain in Nigeria.
The reason why we are here today is just that we've come to express ourselves. One, the government have actually failed to make provisions for every necessary social amenities that it's meant to make or provide for its citizens. You know, let us talk about the security aspects. I will rate them low. Firstly, I commend them to have acknowledged June 12th. It's a day that I've been looking up to for acknowledgement, and I acknowledge them on that. But when it comes to the security aspect of it, I rate them low. Because when you look at the rate at which killings and insecurity, or the level of the insecurity in the Yoruba land or in the western region of the country is now getting beyond control. We've been pushed to the wall now. That is why we've come outside to announce to them that enough is enough. That is the meaning of the otoge. And my own suggestion is just that we will not let the labors of our past heroes to go in vain. That is why I would not support the idea of Yoruba to stay on their own. But I will support if we can have a restructuring. Let us still maintain the name, but everybody should maintain their jurisdiction and manage their jurisdiction themselves. I know my territory more than anybody will tell me he knows it. Shall you get it? The government should, when it comes to security, they should restructure it. Western region, secure yourself. We have OPC here. We have the local OPC here. Empower them, Likewise, the eastern region, we have the IPOP there. Empower them. Let them secure their territory. Each and every one of us should secure ourselves. That is the only alternative now. The government should empower them and give them necessary utility to ensure the security of lives and property within their jurisdiction is being on the safer side.
Today is Democracy Day, and democracy means freedom. So I think people are free to talk and discuss. The way I look at this Freedom Park, it's like the Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park in London. So you can say what you want. Sometimes what you say gets to the government, sometimes it gets to the people. But you have the freedom to talk while you are here. And I think the Lagos State government appreciates that fact. That's why they have allowed this Otoge rally to take place here today. And you can see it's so peaceful. People are just talking and letting people know their grievances. I think it's good. You see, human beings are not perfect. And there is no country in the world can practice perfect democracy. Democracy is a process. And I think so far, in Nigeria, we seem to be trying. Considering the fact that for about 40, 50 years, we were deprived from practicing democracy in the true sense of it. So I think we've gone a long way, but there's still a long way to go. And what is happening here is a sign that the present government understands that people should be allowed to express their opinion under the law.